So, I thought we'd give you a little bit of entertainment in the break rather than just watching us sitting there with my brilliant music, I must admit. So, let's see where we have. We have the players in the game, which, you know, is why we're here, technically, to do that. I'm going to put in my bit of self-promotion later on. I'm going to show the Sonic clip from DreamHack because
the Sonic clip.
That clip is going to come up later, and we're going to stick that one in there. So, we're going to be moving into our second semi-final of the day, which, of course, is fnatic versus LDLC. It's going to be on Mirage. I'm just going to tell the admins that we are, in fact, ready to get this one underway. So, it's a hard one to call here. LDLC looked really good yesterday against Navi. fnatic have just done so well. You wouldn't know because you were too busy stuffing your face with Korean barbecue.
It's the truth.
Whose device?
Huh? Whose
device?
Oh, he's just standing. Yeah,
okay.
Freeze is not here today. He's got some sort of family thing. If you'd been paying attention yesterday, you'd have known that.
Well, I didn't cast any fnatic games.
Oh, hello! Yeah, sorry. Freeze has got some family stuff to take care of, so Device is going to stand in for him.
Yeah, that's good. Leaving him to his own devices.
Oh dear. And so it begins. The Battle of the Puns is underway.
I've already got a couple in there tonight, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling on form in terms of, you know, the whole pun stuff. So we are going to be going into the game. If I can get my words out, just make sure I've got everything ready. So let's just get us right in there.
Yeah, we've got to fix game sounds this time. We've got to give game sounds some volley this time round.
Well, hopefully that's loud enough.
Apparently my mic is low, but I think Joe's just fixed that.
Yes, I have just changed them.
Fixed it. So it's all good. Cool. Okay. So we will be underway fairly shortly with another knife round. So this time round, I'm just because I failed so miserably. Apart from taking you on a magical mystery tour of Great Britain in the last knife round, this one is just going to get the Scottish thing. It's just going to get the Scottish treatment.
Boring.
Nope. Right then, laddie.
Oh, God.
Here we go then. They're going to steam in there with the blades. Start stabbing people like it's Glasgow. Go Bulls! Might even play a bit of golf because that's Scottish as well. Nothing doing. Drink some whiskey, lads, and get stuck in. No brave hearts on this team, laddies. What the frickin' heck are they doing? Only a minute left, guys. Come on. Bish, bash, bosh. Oh. Pansies. Most boring knife round ever. Easy. Peasy. Lemon squeezy! In the go with the knives now! That's better, lads! Nice bit of bludgeoning! Well, it was better than the last one, anyway. What a boring knife round. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we hate knife rounds! God damn.
It's not getting any better.
No, it's not.
Your singing is not helping.
No.
So, knife round done. Paul's got 2 out of at least 4 accented knife rounds in this one. Still think you're going to have to think a bit out of the box. You already did the Scottish one before. That's boring.
I know.
We're warming up. I'm not sure where we're going to end up today, but...
Could be funny.
Could be offending some nations. So let's give you a rundown of these teams. They're fnatic on the CT side with Trace, Zip, Device, Modi, and Stinger. And for LDLC on the terrorist side, Maniac, Happy Atlantis, Super Fighter, and Apex. So let's see how this one all goes down. Actually, it looks like fnatic will be sending at least 3 men over towards this B site. In fact, there are 4 of them there. This could be very interesting if LDLC end up going that way. Let's Just get the auto director on so we don't miss any of the action. And there is Stinger with the Julies. Me Julies. I think only English people get that one. And it looks like they are going to be pushing out here. As I said, 4 men there, but only Maniac is actually up on the balcony. So they should have figured out by now, fnatic here, that it is going to be a heavy defense over by that B site. His device going to get dropped here by Happy. And bomb is going to get planted. It's Atlantis that gets that one in. And now fnatic have to rotate around, retake this bomb site. 5 versus 4. Smoddy takes a peek up towards the balcony area. He's going to get the kill there onto Super Fighter, who was hidden behind the boxes. Trace gets another one. Happy gets his second. There was Apex chiming in as well, and LDLC going to pick it up in the end. The Julies of Stinger, not quite enough. And that will be the French side picking up round 1.
Seal of Revolution. It is the French winning the first semi-final with Very Games dominating ESC. If you're just joining us, I've just ruined the VOD for you. And now in match number 2 in the semi-finals, it's LDLC leading 1-0 after the first round against fnatic. A repeat of Cup number 3's grand final where fnatic dominated proceedings. But to be fair, there were moments in the game, in that match, that LDLC looked like they might just bring their A game. And fnatic just stretching their legs towards the end of the match, showing the experience that they have, brought them through. So this is going to be a tight game. This is not a foregone conclusion. Those of you who are unfamiliar with CS:GO or unfamiliar with the CS scene and just think they see the name fnatic and they think, yeah, never heard of LDLC, they're going to lose. But actually, you couldn't be further from the truth. Apex with a double starts things off. Stinger does dispose of him, though, with that pistol. 2 men left with 7 health points apiece here are Trace and Zip. And I tell you what, they're not going to be alive for very much longer. And LDLC, look at that grenade, straight in the bottom here. I've no idea how Trace survived that long. Finally goes down to Happy. And Stinger is now the last man alive. 4v1. Bomb planted. Couldn't be any worse for a fnatic player if you'd scripted it. And Atlantis might just get himself the final kill of the round. Indeed he does. Nailed in the face. And that's 2-0.
2-0. Good round again from LDLC. fnatic obviously went with that big stack in middle, which was kind of foiled once Apex actually saw their position. Would probably have liked to have more than the 2 kills he did, but job done for him. They win the round. Let's see what they go for this time. Of course, fnatic, no cash to spend, and therefore not really anything to write home about in terms of weaponry, apart from the single deagle there with Stinger. We'll see if that plays a role at all in the defense of this one. He's already down to 64 HP after being caught early up inside of the apartments. There is Zip having a peek out. He suffers a similar fate, losing all over half of his health. fnatic holding way back in this one. They don't want to make any brash decisions. Just going to wait for LDLC to make this first move, which up until now they are taking the time out. Device may actually get himself a kill here onto Apex. He will get the kill onto Apex. Nicely coordinated there from fnatic. Can they get any more? They're running the clock right down, which I always think is a dangerous thing to do in these kind of scenarios. If they lose the next man, then it could really come back to hurt them. Maniac going to peek out. Flash is going to come in. Stinger only got 18% of his health, but it's enough for him to get the kill on SF. There is Stinger with number 2, and they're down to just a 4-on-2 now. 20 seconds. I talked about how dangerous it is to let the clock run out against an eco team. Device going to pick off Maniac. Here he's Happy up on the box. He's the last man left alive, and he needs to pull off something special in this one. 10 seconds left to go. Zip off to the side there with the Galil. He's down to 2 HP, and they're going to try and chase in there. Actually, they're not. Why? They don't really need to. And fnatic going to pick up round number 3 on the eco. Wasn't convinced at all with how LDLC played that one.
Yeah, a little bit flaky there from the French that time round. And the mix of Scandinavians come up trumps in round 3. Not with an early buy, but instead with an eco. So that's a kind of a double win, really. Put LDLC on the back foot a little bit. They've got enough money for buy this round, of course, but if they lose this one, they'll be back to square one. and staring at 2-2 on an eco. So good round from fnatic. Nice solid bit of coordinated play in mid. Device picking himself up a couple of early frags. That'll give him confidence. And you know, people talk about confidence in the game and momentum, and they're often overlooked when you're playing in a team yourself. But they are such big factors. And when you replace a player, it can often mean that the team just doesn't gel quickly enough. But a couple of early frags can just give that man a bit of confidence that actually he's all right. And that's exactly what Device has had. So good start from him. Good start from both teams. Fairly even it is at the moment. And even in this round 2, although Trace has been disposed of by LDLC, Apex might get himself the second, does so. And that was a follow-up with a third there. And now we've got Zip and Device as the last 2 alive. So after a good round 3, they've now got guns. And they're not doing as well. Which means they should just go back to pistols. Which is exactly what they're going to happen next round, I think. Might have a partial. We'll have to wait and see in terms of cash. But it's 5v1. They've clipped 3 players below 36 health. But unfortunately for them, get no cash for that. And instead, LDLC are going to escape here. Bomb planted. With every member staying alive. And Device should be able to get away with this with a weapon. A small consolation for fnatic. They'll find themselves 3-1 down any moment now. Confirmed.
Yeah, and that's a bounce back that LDLC needed, you know, losing round number 3, losing their kind of unbeaten status in terms of rounds going from that one. What we're going to see out of fnatic this time around?
Mixed bag.
Yeah, mixed bag of stuffs. Stinger actually going in there full of shotgun. Obviously, it was him that really came up big in that 3rd round with his Desert Eagle. Despite being on low health, manages to get the job done. Happy already going to take a good chunk of damage. That's going to leave him feeling not so happy. What is the next push going to come? Device having a look there in the middle. There is Happy taking down Stinger. Device, direct to camera keeps going over to Device, which tells me something's going to happen here. He gets himself the first very clean headshot onto Apex, and that leaves us at a 4-on-4. Stinger and Apex are 2 men down. And there is Zip taking damage from Maniac. Didn't return a single point either. But now Device going to peek towards middle once again. He spots Atlantis. He's going to back away from that one as they smoke his vision completely out. That's going to mean he doesn't have any kind of peek from that area, but he's holding on strong. Modi here just waiting over by the A side archway as well. And LDLC again, look how far they've run the clock down. 30 seconds to go. They need to start working their way into one of these sites. It looks like A will be the target. Bomb right now is with Atlantis. Modi going to go down. Atlantis gets the better of him pretty ridiculously. Trace is actually here underneath the balcony. Can he get 2? No, he can't. He goes down. There is Device picked off by Maniac. And it's now all on Zip. And to be honest, he might want to think about keeping a hold of that weapon, because 1 versus 3 with Maniac full HP, Happy, and SF not super hurt at this point.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think it matters. I think he can go for this because I think they can buy next round anyway. But if you can save it, then, well, it just saves a little bit of cash, but I don't know. I would have gone for that. I think it was worth a shot. I mean, they're 2 low health players, so I don't know.
Which, of course, Zip's not going to know.
No. Balls of steel required in this situation, and, well, I don't blame him for not having them.
Device donated 2 weapons that round.
That was good of him.
That shows you how stretched they were. And right now, they got no monies.
Right, let's have a quick look at that scoreboard, actually, because I think Zip hasn't got a kill in there, so he hasn't got a frag yet out of the 5 rounds. Instead, it's the sources, as it were, that are leading the way. Stinger did place at 1.6, but he wasn't well known for it outside of his home region. Definitely a very good Counter-Strike source player, that's for sure. And Zip, well, he makes me eat my words. There's the commentator's curse working in reverse, as Zip picks up his opening kill of the round, all for 85 points of health though, so it might be his last of the round too. It is a 5 versus 4. Oh, they're going to line up nicely here, though. Oh, zip, zip, zip. Not good. They were absolutely lined up perfectly for him. And somehow, he got blown away, and his team have disappeared. Device is now the last man alive in a 4v1, and he's going to scurry back home to his mummy, trying to hold on to his AK-47. And it's going to be a 5-1 lead here on Mirage for LDLC. Confirmed. Apex picks up the last kill of the round. So, dear me. Not going too well. And you can't really blame it on a change of players right now because Device is doing okay.
Well, he's got the second highest amount of kills on the team. That's one thing we can definitely say. Currently 3 for 4. fnatic knowing that they need to step things up for this one, that's for sure. But LDLC kind of fooling them with that last round. They've played pretty much exclusively slow rounds up until that last one. That faster push really catching fnatic out. Here is Happy. Can he get the kill on towards Modi? He's actually only got 8 HP. We don't want to see the rest of that one, so let's switch away here. With Zip over on the B, shooting a wall. Definitely more entertaining, if you ask me. Let's see what he can actually do here if the push comes around. Maniac may have a peek out. There's the spam in through that very thin wall. Modi actually coming around the side will take out Happy as well. That was up in the A apartments. Here is Super Fighter looking into the A bomb site. Maniac is going to make the peek out. Zip down to just 15 health. The grenade would drop him at this stage. So there is Trace and Apex. They kind of looked at each other there as in, are you on my... No, you're not. I'm going to shoot you. Oh, I'm dead. Didn't quite work out. Stinger on the bomb site itself. He may find himself swamped in just a few moments. But again, the clock run right down here from LDLC. Only 24 seconds to go. Apex here coming around the side, gets one. Device will drop in from middle, but the bomb, where's the bomb? It's with Atlantis. He's up in the bomb site itself with 15 seconds to go. Modi may throw a big spanner in the works here for LDLC. He's going to peek out from that balcony. I'll tell you what, no one's really going to be peeking out into him, and he is going to get shut down by Modi. They've not checked that place. How can they afford to be thinking about going to the plant? Modi comes in, going to get himself one. Super Fighter's just running away. That round was horrible from LDLC.
That was everything that could go wrong went wrong, and everything that they were supposed to do, they didn't do. And a perfect example of an absolutely shockingly bad, poorly coordinated bomb plant. I mean, just absolutely awful. If you want to make a little, you know, CS:GO playbook of how not to play Counter-Strike, then include that round, and you're pretty much done. And it's more shocking because it's not like LDLC have been playing utterly rubbish so far. They've been playing brilliantly. 5-1 up at that point, couldn't do anything wrong, and suddenly just play a hopeless round. It was, I don't know what the opposite of sexy Counter-Strike is, but that was pretty much it right there.
If I'm allowed to swear, I can definitely tell you.
Yeah, well, can't, so let's move on. Oh,
Should have just said it.
Dear, dear me. I hope they've got it out of their system, I really do, because I'm looking forward to this being a really close game. And it can be. Maniac confirms that right now. He's made it a 4v4. But again, slowish round. Still not really coordinated. Still not really pushing one way or the other. Maniac comes up with a second. For him of the round. Happy will come in with a third through a wall bang on Stinger. So now they have their man advantage. Zip equalising that back up. Does he not quite? Well, he does pick up one. Happy's down to 12 points out, but we're down to 25 seconds now. And don't know whether they have clocks in France. Maybe they don't, but right now it seems that LDLC are just quite content just to keep running that clock down and running out of time. Bomb about to be planted, is it? On site again. Maniac, though, this time has cover. Zip is now the last man standing, and it's a 2 versus 1. Little grenade goes over the top, picks out Happy. Now a 1v1. Maniac going head-to-head. Bomb planted. Maniac on 3. Zip on 2 kills now. And has had his house chipped away a little bit. On to 86. He'll return the favour. Better grenade back. Now 27. Whoa. Oh, Maniac clutches the round brilliantly on top of the boxes. And they needed a little bit of slice of luck and a little bit of brilliance. And that's exactly what they got. They lead 6-2.
I need to give it a bit of gas here, I think. They're coming in very, very late into the bomb sites. And as you've seen before, that you only need one person out of position for it to all go completely wrong for you. This, of course, will be an eco for fnatic as Apex gets himself 1, 2, and where's number 3? There it is. Modi goes down. Zip will finally deal with Apex, but can they get any more? Stinger has added a second into that one and gets himself an AK. Only 28 health that he has remaining, but he's going to look to do a bit of sandwiching. Zip going to get caught out in the open. He's down now to just 14 HP. Finished off by Super Fighter. Where is Stinger? Here he is coming around towards B. Taking the long road around. Bomb's going to get planted with a minute time on the clock. What's wrong with LDLC?
Found their watches.
Stinger just going to look, I'd say, to save this AK. Maybe make it a little bit more expensive for LDLC on the way out there as well.
See there, there's a potential wall bang there. You see it?
If they could see through the walls, yeah.
But, you know, it just shows you. I like the fact that we've got radar because it shows you sometimes whether actually there are new wall bangs that you've never used before. There's a couple on Ruins, actually, on Inferno, which is used quite a lot now.
I guess some players could have. I'm just going to stop there because I was going in a bad direction of joke, which is probably tasteless considering this week's proceedings when it comes to seeing through walls. But either way, LDLC 7-2, 5-round lead.
Swiftly, 7-2 then, and yeah, 5-round lead for LDLC, who've thrown out a decoy grenade just in front.
That's really fooling him.
Yeah, that's confusing the hell out of him, isn't it? As Stinger gets a face full, it won't matter, doesn't do any damage. Grenade lands just behind the wall where his feet were. Oh, if he only stayed where he was for a moment longer. Might have got himself a frag, might still get himself a frag, and indeed, look at that, down to 9 health points now. And whoa! Where did that headshot come from? Take a seat, Stinger! You've been blown away! Favour has been returned. And Maniac then gives his team a re-lead. Happy now dropping down on the top of Trace. That's not the first time that's happened either. 3 versus 2 now, 45 seconds remaining. And you know what I think LDLC have done really well, even though it's been weird that they just keep running the clock down, is that they're quite happy for fnatic to go all aggressive on them. It's almost like they're waiting for them to come at them. Again, just waiting for the push.
Oh, double nade.
Bye. Ooh.
They needed 1 point of health with that one, with those 2.
Sloppy grenade. So, 3 versus 1. Device's last man standing is going to go for this, you know. And is not going to be able to go for this because he's dealt with easily by Atlantis in the end. And LDLC, despite the fact that I absolutely crucified them in 1 round where they were shockingly awful, they lead 8-2.
Yeah, guaranteed lead going into the second half, but how big is it going to be? 5 rounds including this one. Still to play here in the first half. Of course, very games are waiting in the final.
Calling it now, all French final.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, the way that the 2 teams have shown up here to play today. Sting going to take a lot of damage. Of course, this is an eco round for fnatic. Device here. Going to get shut down by Apex. Didn't even get a shot off in the end. Here is Zip. Comes through the smoke. Apex nails him again. Happy finally going to go down. Trace has got himself an AK, but he's got to get 4 kills now as he edges his way in. As you can see on the bugged radar, which is showing us the B-bomb site nice enough, saying, bomb's over that way. That's where it is. Trace, I'm not sure that he's going to be able to do much about this one. Atlantis going to be going head-to-head with him. Trace gets the better of him there. But he's down to just 32 health. Super Fighter coming around the side on the roof here, and he will react fast enough. Trace not able to take that through. It's 9-2 to LDLC.
Well, it doesn't really matter what they do now for the rest of the half. They'll be happy with a 9-6 lead, regardless. But with 4 to go, you'd fancy them taking at least 2 of them.
Yep.
And 11-4 would be a really nice first half score. On the slightly easier side. On Mirage. Oh, you took your own players. It's bad enough the other team firing at you, let alone chipping 7 points of health off your own team. And we haven't really spoken too much about the replacement for this evening, and Freeze being out and Device coming in. He's played perfectly well, but just the effect that it has on the teamwork, the communication, the way that the team feels about their cohesion, it does make a difference. I'm not saying that that's the reason LDLC are 9-2 up. They've played really well. But there is no doubt that a fully fit fnatic with Freeze in place is a different proposition. Device gets dropped by Apex at short range on the ramp into A. Giving them that one-man advantage. And that was at B, of course. Apex having played really well in the last cup, in Cup 3 actually. He was a standout member. And he's doing the same thing here. Oh, head ripped off of Maniac's shoulders by Zip. Nicely played with that flash flying through. And 1 for 1 so far, but again, look at the clock. Hi. Time? Anyone worried about it?
Time, ladies, please. There we go.
And Trace is going to easily pick up 1, and not easily pick up the second. Does finally get the... Does he? No, Superfighter actually picks up that frag. Stinger replies back. Apex has got himself 1 in there as well. Now all hell breaks loose. It's now a 2 versus 1. Happy's the last man alive with 5 seconds to go. So it's GG for that round, because guess what, guys? You ran out of time, idiots! I hate players that run out of time like that. Why are they leaving it so late?
Well, obviously part of the strategy, but I think it's really risky. I mean, they're
I think it's extraordinarily stupid.
They're 9-3 up, so they're doing something right here. But to be honest,
but they've lost 2 rounds based on that.
Yeah, they have lost 2 rounds.
They could have been. I mean, I'm being picky here, but they could have been 11-1 up.
Yeah. No, you're definitely on the mark with that one.
I mean, they're just lucky that, in a way, they've played so well in the other rounds that they're actually... It doesn't matter if they throw a couple of rounds away, but this could have been the difference between winning the match and losing the match.
Yeah, definitely.
If it had been closer in other rounds. So they can't afford to do that against Very Games if they do make it into the final, that's for sure. Well,
that's something that might come back to haunt them later on. As the smokes are down here in middle, Apex going to go through already. And he's like, well, not enough smoke, lads. Let's get another one down. Keep that vision way off, as Apex may be in danger. His barrel's been spotted. Those shots just don't get easier. A warning of an AK barrel climbing through the window.
2 out of 2 so far.
Yeah, Device is definitely strong with that AWP. Stinger, though, isn't so strong here, and he is going to get pushed down. Trace will die as well. They both actually die in quick succession. Device may get pushed here as well. He throws that grenade out. It's a 3-on-3. Modi, again, look at this, coming in from the balcony. They flashed it this time, which means that they seem to have it in their head that someone could come there. And finally, an earlier bomb plant coming down from LDLC. But how well can they hold on to this site now? Atlantis going to peek out. Here is Zip. Zip gets dropped. That's bad news, but Modi brings it straight back from the balcony area that I was talking about earlier on. Super Fighter going to go down. Bomb ticking away, though. He's now all on, happy to save this round, and he's going to be aimed at here by Device, who will pick him off. Modi's already on the defuse. Actually comes off it there, but Device has the kit, and that is going to be another round for Fnatic.
Yeah, much better round from Fnatic, and finally, with an AWP in his hand from Device, has actually picked himself up 3 frags and has proved much more effective. I mean, part of the problem for them has been cash. They just haven't had the cash to get that AWP in his hand. So, without that, he's been less effective. Although I actually have to say, he's played perfectly fine. So, it's not like he's having a bad game or anything, but given the AWP, he's a different proposition, and we've seen that in that previous round. 9-4 then, and 2 more to go here. Might just see, wow, look at that. LDLC just rolling into that B bomb site, and Device now lining up that AWP through the back. What's one man still on the balcony, which was Trace. Somehow they passed him going through into the site. It won't matter too much. Maniac then picks up the headshot on Modi. And we're 4v2 here. Stinger's going to have to do an awful lot of work, and he won't be doing it from that death cage. There's Device remaining now, and he is going to have to save here, and he's going to do very well to get out of there with his life. Still under pressure. Shot through the box. Maniac picks up the final kill, and LDLC now lead 10-4 with 1 round to go.
And there you just see what happens when they change up their strategy completely. Fnatic not ready for it that time around, although they had good chances rotating quickly. There was 2 men into balcony. It wasn't to be, and that's LDLC moving up to double figures. But will it be 11-4 or 10-5? Happy blind there for a second. Mod is actually going to rush through with a shotgun. Goes into super fight. Gets the kill. Happy was there as cover, though. And now it's 4-on-4. Very quickly on in this one. Looks like LDLC going to go a bit hell for leather in towards this A bomb site. Trace is going to be around the corner here. Easy kill for Apex. Stinger has dropped Happy. But he is then finished off by Maniac. And get the bomb in the bomb site, please. As there is Device taking down Apex. Grenade going to come in, but look how much time it's taking them after that. Device going to get blown up. Bomb is planted, and it's now all on Zip to come back into the site and get this one back. Let's see what he can do. Let's watch Zip. As he has one to his left, one to his right. Which way is he going to look first? And, well, either way, it wasn't going to be the right direction. He goes down. 11-4 halftime score here in favour of the Frenchman.
Yep, fantastic half from Apex. 18 for 11 from him. 3 of his other 4 men in the team all in double figures as well. And yet, Moddy, the only man to break double figures on Fnatic's side. I don't think Fnatic will be too unhappy, you know. They're guaranteed of going through the playoffs in any case. They're definitely in the top 4, so that's the 2 things that they would have wanted most. And I don't think they'll be too unhappy if they end up going out of this. But do you know what? They're not out of it yet.
Yep.
That's the thing. It switches over, and the whole psychological thing changes if you win the pistols, and you win a few more rounds, and then it gets closer, and then the other team get a bit nervous, and you start getting momentum, and you think, well, if they won 11-4, we can win 11-4. First kill of the round falls to the HE swing from Stinger. Fnatic will enjoy the man advantage now, especially on pistols. Remember, T-sides predominantly winning more than 63% of all pistol rounds, regardless of map or side.
Clock OP.
Yeah. 50 seconds remaining in round 1 of the second half. Team-LDLC.com leading 11-4 against the legendary mighty Fnatic. Look at that, first bullet out of the gun. Picks out the headshot from Happy. Moddy and Zip reply back though to give Fnatic a 2-man advantage here. 4 versus 2. Maniac now trying to come in towards this bomb site as the bomb does get planted. There's a man flanking them, which is Apex, who's had a stunning first half and is having an equally impressive second half. Gets his first one, can't get the second though, and he will then fall to the hands of Moddy. And Fnatic are back in business in the pistol round. It's 5-11 now, and you just don't want to let these boys get on a roll, otherwise they're going to crucify you.
Yeah, and we should also mention, just to kind of take a step back there, that Fnatic won round 3 on the eco in that first half.
Yep.
This could have been a much bigger deficit that they were facing. And, well, they've won the pistol. That's definitely the right direction.
Look at the 3 of the 4 rounds they won in that first half. They won the 3rd round on an anti-eco, which was weird, which they should never have lost. And they lost 2 rounds because the bomb timer ran out. That's 3 of the 4 rounds they picked up.
Yeah, that's you could probably put down to their mistakes rather than
yes,
the brilliance of Fnatic. But we'll see now with Fnatic in the driving seat what they're capable of doing. It is a long road back. LDLC need only 5 rounds to win the game and go through to the to the grand final to take on Very Games. There's Device just spotting Happy, chipping a bit of health away from him. Surprised that Happy even bothered going back in there to try and return some. But 50 seconds to go. Looks like Fnatic going to be taking it slow as well.
Well, it does look that way.
Yeah. But it is a 5-man crawl up towards this B site, and they're going to leave a little bit more time than what LDLC did in that first half as they do come in towards B, jumping off the balcony. Can they get the kills? Wasn't there a man in the back there? Yeah, Happy is still there. Yeah. Happy was still around the back. He's going to get 2. He's going to get 3. Amazing from Happy, but it leaves just Maniac here. And he took that opportunity brilliantly. Device is reloading. The Maniac's going to kill him. The man is Trace that's left here. 1 versus 1. Grenade comes out. Is he going to land? Pretty nicely. Maniac down to 69. Here comes the plant. Ooh, Maniac gets the peek out. He's got 3 seconds. Can he get the plant down? Maniac going to peek out to him. Oh! And they're going to win the round here. Maniac even gets the kill at the end. And to put it quite bluntly, Paul, Fnatic have ballsed that one up. But at the same time, I'm going to say Happy was the man of the hour there. How patiently he played it.
Well,
fnatic should have checked that spot, though.
Well,
I mean,
that's
come
the point,
on.
isn't it? Let's just recap that a little bit, because fnatic rushed into the site. Great, fantastic. 35 seconds to go, plenty of time. Didn't check all the spots. I mean, that's Counter-Strike 101 right there. You have to check spots. They didn't do that. And it's well known. It's not like it's a new thing or anything.
If Captain Obvious was playing in this game, that's where he would be hiding.
Yeah, so, you know, bad from fnatic, great from Happy, and then towards the end, again, Maniac actually played that really, really smartly. Just kept baiting and baiting and baiting until, whoa, that might just be the worst op shot we've seen tonight. Or possibly of the whole campaign. Atlantis won't like that one being seen back again. He'll be like, oh, no, that wasn't me. That was my cat playing. As it is, though, look at this. Apex just ripping through fnatic. He's got himself 3 in a row before being dealt with by Zip. And they're going to finish off Moddy right at the back of the site for a 13-5 lead. Who won pistols again?
Yeah. Both halves we've seen the team winning pistols, losing out at various stages. Obviously for fnatic it was second round, which is even worse for them, to be honest with you.
So it's such a crazy game. I'm not even sure why either. I mean, there's been some brilliant individual play. There's been some phenomenal team play from LDLC. There's been some ridiculously bad team play from both teams. You can kind of understand it from fnatic. They've got a stand-in. LDLC? Yeah. I don't know. Have they got a stand-in? Is Super Fighter a stand-in? He might be, you know. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. And if he is, he actually was playing brilliantly yesterday. He's not on the best of form today, but yesterday he was bang on the mark. Atlantis got his famed AWP now as well, which is not a good thing for fnatic, I can tell you. What are they going to do with the rest of this round? Trace only with pistols this time. In there is another one for Happy. Here comes Device. Gets sniped close range by Atlantis. Trace has actually dropped Maniac there, which is not something they want to happen. And it's 2 versus 2. There's a flash coming over. They know where one man's coming from. Atlantis opens up onto Trace. Can he get another one? Going to flash in towards that bomb site. Where is Super Fighter? He needs to join this fight as early as he can. Bomb planted by Moddy, so they at least get the cash from that. Ooh, that grenade would have killed Atlantis if it was a little bit deeper. Let's stick it with Moddy here. See what he can actually do. Super Fighter doesn't know his position. But he's given his position away. He's going to come around the corner, gets the spray off Moddy. Only got 17 health, and Atlantis going to finish him off with a pistol. He goes in there. He does have a kit here to get that if he stumbled a little bit towards the end, but it's enough for them to pick it up. 14-5, LDLC 2 away from victory. But more importantly, even fnatic have to win every single round. 11 rounds in a row now if they're to take this one without an overtime.
Yeah, Atlantis got a little bit lucky there, I have to say. 8 points of health.
Meant to do it.
Lost the AWP shot as well, and then finished him off with a pistol. So, a bit of slice of luck. Have to take your own luck as well. And Atlantis not landing all that many AWP shots right now, is he? And I'm not quite sure what was going on there. That seemed like a bit of lag, so I'm not even going to criticise him for that one. It's been a trade of blows so far, 2 for 2, and Happy actually gives his team the advantage. They are broken onto this A bomb site already in a 3 versus 2 after plant right now, and Happy will get dropped through the side of the wall by Zip. Stinger comes in as well, and now it's a 2 versus 1. And Zip and Stinger have got the advantage here. They've got to try and produce a crossfire. Man coming across his super fire from the other side of CT spawn. Fires off to the left. Zip picks him up the frag. And they save one of the rounds. It's 14-6 now.
Yep, long way back, but definitely possible from fnatic. The question is, will the whole standing and the obvious then lack of, I don't want to say lack of team play, but it's certainly not the usual level that we'll see from fnatic. But well, they've come this far in the tournament, haven't they? So why not?
Yeah, no doubt both teams deserve to be here. It's just been a very odd game sometimes. I mean, you know, players make mistakes. They absolutely do. But at this level, you don't tend to see too many of them like that, for instance. No one's called Moddy coming through, and he's just picked up 2 easy frags. And I don't know. That must be really frustrating for his teammates to have to cope with. Bomb has been planted here. They've got 5 men in, and well, there's a little bit of resistance here and there. That Moddy got picked off in the mid, but that was all they wrote. in terms of kills. So let's just see what LDLC decide to do. See if this is double eco time.
Yep.
Yeah, it does look like it. And it's a sensible option, you know, 14-7 up, no problem with losing another round. Just don't get into that rut of momentum where fnatic keep, you know, money screwing you and you end up with nothing or half weapons every round and you're still fighting for it. Much better to do the double eco, get the cash, be fully set, and get back into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, half weapons are no good with that M4. You're missing either your trigger or your barrel.
I don't think they sell just the trigger and the barrel, do they?
They could do with it, so they could save, you know, half each round.
Yeah.
After 2 rounds, you can build one.
Hitting people over the head with the barrel. I want them to be able to throw knives.
It's not Call of Duty, Paul.
Hey, it was Soldier of Fortune, but I'll let you off.
Oh, they've
Yeah. What on earth is going on?
So while we're talking about half weapons and, you know, being able to buy triggers and barrels.
Because we thought, you know, fnatic would just roll through that one, bearing in mind it was a straightforward eco.
Yeah, we were wrong, though. And that is game point here for LDLC. And I'm almost losing count of how many rounds on the eco have been won, or maybe we should say have been lost.
That
up
would be
until
more
this
apt,
point.
Yeah. And for those of you out there right now, and I'm just guessing, they're going, oh my god, commentators, shut the hell up about the players, stop giving them a hard time. Well, I'll stop giving them a hard time when they stop playing like idiots, because that's our job, is to call what we see. And if I see a player playing like a moron, then I'm going to call that. And I'm pretty sure the player will admit that that was the case afterwards. Right now, though, Apex playing anything but that, and has just nailed 2 fnatic players in mid. Atlantis picks up 1, and there it is, GG, game over. And LDLC will go through to the grand final, 16-7 overall in the end. Just a really messy game overall. I mean, take nothing away from LDLC, played really well in most of the rounds, but gave away some sloppy rounds. And I think, you know, I'm absolutely sure that if they play very games that way, they'll get beat. Yeah, they can't afford to give away those. Yeah, those kind of rounds. So
the way that fnatic have played in that one, I mean, they're definitely not going to be happy with how they've come in today. They will, though, be happy that, of course, they are qualified. And to be honest, they've been one of the more impressive teams overall since they've only played 2 cups. Won number 3, got to the semi-final here in number 4.
It's an excellent achievement.
And with Freeze in there, they are a team definitely that are that could become unstoppable, to be honest, in the future.
I think also, though, LDLC have got to give them congrats as well. Reaching the final, no one had that on their radar.
Second one in a row.
And they've played really well throughout RaidCall EMS 1, and it's going to be really good to see them play in the playoffs as well. They're going to be one of the seeded teams.
Yeah, they are going to be one of the seeded teams, and I think they can actually do really. I think they're going to be one of the biggest surprise packages that we've seen so far.
The one thing I really would like to see, though, is I would like to see them finish in the top 2 in the groups and play on LAN with the big boys. I think that would be amazing to see.
Well, that's obviously a different kettle of fish altogether than the online side. Obviously, we'll be coming up here shortly with our grand final, Very Games versus LDLC, an all-French affair, which surely means a French knife round to kick off the game. It will be best of 3, so at least 2 more matches coming your way tonight, guys. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Joe_Miller, at Paul Challoner, but more importantly, make sure you follow the Twitch channel here, ESLTV_CS. That's where we broadcast all Counter-Strike here on ESLTV, and I'm assuming that the finals will be on this channel as well. So make sure you follow it so that you get a notification every time we come on air. We're going to be taking a quick break, but as I said, we'll be back with LDLC versus Very Games in the grand final.
Professional grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience. Chosen by online streamers. Easy to use voice messenger service. Chosen by over 12 million gamers.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect coordination. You cannot win by yourself.
RaidCall. Communication for winners.